Joe, welcome. Thank you so much for being on with me. I bring you guys on for either coaching or for our retreats, our men's retreats, and everybody out there kind of needs an idea of what it's like to either have a coach or come to a men's retreat because there's a lot of guys out there, let's be honest, that are actually afraid to get together with other guys in that kind of a setting. So you came to our October 2024 men's retreat. What brought you there in the first place?
I experienced a lot of loss this year, starting with my ex-wife at 61 years old back in
Mm,
April, and then my dad in August. And I specifically sought somewhere where I could process my grief. I specifically sought a group where I could go and grieve. I went with an intention, a specific intention to grieve.
you did. You did. I remember that. You came in and you were very specific. Some of the guys weren't, they were there to kind of figure things out and stuff, but you walked in knowing exactly what your intention was, what you wanted to work on.
And I have to say that not knowing anybody, that in and of itself had a freeing component
Mm.
that I didn't even know about until weeks after it was over.
Yeah,
Just
sometimes it doesn't hit you right away.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a freeing component to that.
Yeah. That's fantastic, man. So I guess what were I mean, that's a huge benefit right now that I'm even listening to, but what were some of the other things that you walked away from that retreat with?
So I've been on retreats before, and they had no real structure or direction or um, um, purpose other than a forum for men to get together. And
Hmm.
it was too loose for me. There was
Okay.
no, and I was looking for something that had a little more structure and a little more depth and definition to it.
Okay.
Um, I had no idea what the somatic modality was.
Yeah, the breath work.
I got introduced to it by you guys. I
Mhm.
have done some research since afterwards,
That's great.
and it's just a modality,
Mm.
it doesn't matter what modality you use.
Right.
Find one that works for you and use it.
Right.
The somatic modality worked for me that weekend because I had clear intentions.
I think it was going to come up no matter what. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You came in there knowing like this is it. This is what I want to work on, which is kudos to you, man, because not a lot of people, I'm not just going to say men, but not a lot of people in general know exactly what it is they need to deal with and then even want to confront it. They
Yeah.
might know, but then confronting it's such a big thing. So what can you give other guys out there in
So
terms of that help?
I could tell you there was a point in my life where I was suicidal, and
Right.
I chose life. I had the gun in my mouth and I literally chose life. I had someone in my past who actually committed suicide, and his suicide saved my life that night. But once you choose life literally like that, you're choosing to deal with all the grief and anything that may come in your life.
That's true. That is true.
And how do you do that? The only way I know how to do that is to share it, because pain shared is pain halved. Pain shared tells other people that you're not alone,
Yeah.
or maybe it'll give them the courage to share their pain and get it halved, as opposed to just knowing they're not alone.
Yeah.
So those are the
And
reasons why I share my pain and continue my journey. And I'm on a healing journey because I have a lot of trauma throughout life.
right.
And that these structured retreats are very cathartic.
Mm. They definitely set you up to be in that space. It's, everybody refers to things as like the safe space and stuff like that, but ultimately it needs to be more than just us quote unquote safe space. You need to trust the people that are there with you and everybody else and realize that everybody that is there with you has the same intention. We're all looking to heal. We're all looking to deal with whatever it is that we got going on inside, the struggles, the inner battles, whatever it may be, to deal with those things, So yeah, that space definitely is conducive for that. Um, what else can you add regarding that weekend that you'd say, be maybe really important for some other people out there to know when they're trying to make a decision on coming to a men's retreat?
Well, there are no coincidences. I took it as a sign that you just happen to be having it in
Yeah.
West Dennis
Yep. It's
and
true.
on vacation 3.6 miles away from the retreat house.
It's true.
And I kind of took that as a sign, like you're meant to be here at this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So um, location has a lot to do with it. The nature setting has a way of calming the savage beast.
For sure. Yeah. And the house is, we're getting ready to have another one coming up soon. We'll let everybody know as soon as that's dialed in. But I think to your point, yeah, that setting where the house sits on a river overlooking the Bass River, and it's just unobstructed view, gorgeous views, nature all the way around. Even the area itself is absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of Cape Cod to begin with. Been going there since I was a kid. So yeah,
So the location is always important. Um, and just right from the very beginning, you guys made everybody feel comfortable from the minute we arrived, even prior to arrival. Your video messages with the excitement leading up to it. We were comfortable and welcome even before it started.
I appreciate that,
And,
Joe. Thank you.
and that's
Thank you.
important, and that's very important as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your honesty too, and sharing your story with the viewers out there because, it's always, they might be going through some of the similar stuff that you have been, and they now know that they have a place that they can actually go to and share the same thing with. So I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mike.